All right, today is Tuesday, which means that's time for another live Q&A all about Facebook, eBay, and Amazon dropshipping, all things making money online. As usual, I'm your host, Paul J. Lipsky. This is a pretty casual Q&A hour that I usually do, where we just sit down. You guys can ask any questions you have about dropshipping, eBay, Amazon, Facebook, making money online, and I will do my best to answer them if I can. And sometimes we have fun, play some games, things like that. So let's see who's here in the chat. If you're here, let me know where in the world you are chiming in from. Currently, I am still in Orlando, Florida. For those of you who've been following me, you know that I usually am traveling around in a camper van, but I'm between vans right now, so I've been in Orlando for a few weeks, and I think just about another week to go. So that's the plan anyway. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, looking to help. In the meantime, pretty excited by my students' results. I think I posted this last week, but here's one of my students in my eBay course. Has already done $22,000 in sales here. One of my students in my Amazon course, $22,000 in the past month on Amazon. So congratulations to them. And the other announcement that I have for you is that I'm hosting a free live training on February 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all about Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. So if you want to sign up, make sure to go into the description of this video, click that link and enter email, because the day before I will email you a link to where that live training is going to be. And that's going to be all about how to dropship on Facebook Marketplace. So make sure you do that if you want to learn how to do Facebook dropshipping. All right, so there we go. A lot of you guys are already signed up for that, but I just announced the date and time. I didn't have the date and time, but there we are. February 1st, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I already see we have a ton of people here in the chat. So we have Birkin here. What's up, Birkin? And Roger, thanks for being here. What do you mean by issue? Hopefully I can answer that during the live training. All right, so this is the problem. You're saying you're not getting any views. You have the shipping option, but when I try to set it up, bank account type is not supported. So there's a few things going on here. Let me try to break this down. Normally I like to spend a few minutes saying hi to people, but you know what? Let's just get right into the questions. That sounds good to me. All right, so when you start dropshipping on Facebook Marketplace, you might have available what's called the shipping option. The shipping option is what allows you to put on your listing, hey, if you want to buy this item, I will ship it to you. Now, there are some benefits to having this shipping option. And just for some context, if you don't have the shipping option, then the alternative is that on your listings, it says, hey, if you want this item, we have to arrange for me to give it to you locally. In other words, we have to meet up in person, drive to me, and I'll hand it to you, and then you hand me cash or pay me through Venmo or something like that. So if you have the shipping option, there are a few benefits. First of all, your items will not only be shown locally, but they will be shown across the country to anyone looking for that item. And the other benefit is that on the listing, there'll be a buy button. So people can pay right there on Facebook with the buy button. And that's powerful because that allows people to more easily and more quickly actually purchase the item from you directly on Facebook. Now, you don't need the shipping option to do well. There are alternatives, but if you have it, you should definitely use it and you should try to get it. Now, new accounts on Facebook, they will not have the shipping option available. You can sell on Facebook Marketplace, but your listing will not be able to say buy now. It won't have that buy now button. And they won't be shown nationwide, only be shown locally. So how do you get the buy button? How do you get the shipping option? Well, you have to have an account that's been running on Facebook. I mean, a Facebook account that's been around for at least a little while. Facebook doesn't give us a set time period for this or a set criteria for this. All they say is that new accounts will not have the shipping option available. And if there's any problems with your account, it won't have the shipping option available. So primarily we see new accounts that don't get it. And if you have too many cancellations on your account, if it's over 10%, then you'll lose the shipping option as well. Now, there are some other problems that people have been running, some more like technical glitches, and it sounds like that's what you're running into, Birkin. So when you're setting it up, the shipping option, the only way you can set it up is that you have to attach a bank account. You have to give them the routing and checking number. The reason you have to do that is because when someone buys it on Facebook with that buy now button, that money gets funneled into Facebook. Facebook takes their 5% fee, and then they send the rest to you after the item has been delivered or 21 days later. So they need your bank account information. And if you don't give them that information, then you can't have the shipping option because they have no way of sending you the money. So it sounds to me like that's what's going on, that your account is kind of stuck right now because you're not entering in the right bank account information. I would try a different bank. You can easily open up an account with another bank. There are some that will do it right online. That's what I would do if for some reason it's not working with the bank that you're working with. So I hope that answers your question. And I hope that gives a lot of you out there kind of an idea of what we mean by this shipping option. I know that's kind of confusing. And I guess the biggest takeaway of this is that when you're selling on Facebook Marketplace, anyone can sell their items locally. But the bigger benefit is if you get the shipping option, which allows you to advertise your items nationwide and sell it to people nationwide and then ship the items to those customers nationwide. So those are kind of the benefits there. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, I would appreciate if you gave the video a thumbs up. That will get this video out there on YouTube so that more people come join us here on the live stream. So I would appreciate that if you guys are willing to do that. Just got here, man. All right. Oh, thank you, Hunter. Appreciate it. Hunter from Connecticut. Thanks for being here. All right. Frankie says, where can I find the wholesale dropship course? So, like I showed in the beginning, I do have a course that teaches you how to do eBay dropshipping. And that course can be found at dropshippingtitans.com. Now, right now, if you sign up for the eBay course at dropshippingtitans.com, you're going to get my original course, which is all about how to dropship onto eBay using retail websites. And you'll get for free my brand new Wholesale Titans course as well. So that will be included absolutely for free. And right now, that's the only way to get the wholesale course. Emilio, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you being here. All right. I just tried ordering something that I sold on Facebook Marketplace, and you're dropshipping from eBay. Well, that's interesting. I generally do not dropship from eBay for a number of reasons. So I dropship on Amazon, I dropship on Facebook, but I never use eBay as my supplier for primarily two reasons. One, you don't know who you're buying it from. Yes, there are ratings on there, but generally it's a little bit more risky. You don't know who you're buying it from. And really the second point is that person might be dropshipping the item themselves. So you might be it might be like a two levels deep in the dropshipping where they're just getting their item from Walmart for much cheaper. So you might as well go right to Walmart. Okay. But you have some more questions here about Facebook. Does anyone know if Facebook Marketplace will start automatically putting money in your account when someone buys something, or do you always have to wait till it gets delivered before the money will? All right, good question. So like I said before, when someone buys an item from you on Facebook and you have the shipping option, then what happens is the money goes through Facebook and Facebook takes their 5% fee and the rest is kind of held. Meanwhile, you order the item from your supplier and upload a tracking number. Once that tracking number shows that the item has been delivered, Facebook will then release the money to you 5 business days later, and then it could take another day or two to get to your bank account. If the tracking number doesn't show that the item was delivered, Facebook will still release the money to you after 21 days unless the buyer reports that there's an issue with the order. So yes, that goes right into your bank account after those holds, and that's the case always. It doesn't get sped up if you It doesn't get sped up if you start selling more or you've been on the platform longer. It's just the way it always is. So what you need is a really good credit card to fulfill the orders, and then once the money is released to you, you can use part of that money to pay off the credit card, and you keep the rest as profit. But good question. Yeah, and that's the reason that they do it, is to protect the buyer. So they want to make sure that if the buyer complains that they never received the item or they never actually received it, that the money's there for Facebook to refund them. Yeah, and if you don't have the shipping option, then the money situation, the way it works is different. So if you don't have the shipping option, then the money will not go through Facebook. The money only goes through Facebook if someone buys on Facebook with the buy button, which is only available to you if you have the shipping option. Otherwise, what happens is the payment's done off of Facebook. So someone would pay with Venmo or directly into your PayPal account, and then you have to arrange to get them the item. Usually that's locally, so you would drive to them or they would drive to you. Obviously that doesn't work for dropshipping. Yeah, so good luck. Keep at it, man. Also, you got to list up more items as well, so I would try that. Jose is doing retail dropshipping, wants to know more about wholesale dropshipping. So do I need to apply for a new state tax exemption, or can I use the same one for my retail dropshipping business? You can use the same one. Yes. No, I highly advise you do not do bulk uploads to eBay. So Frank wants to know, how do you feel about bulk uploads when you're trying to get your eBay store off the ground? What's your advice? I'm looking forward to getting your Amazon course. I would advise against it, Frank, because eBay doesn't like it. eBay does not like when you start a new account, you're brand new, and all of a sudden you list up all these items really quickly. You used to be able to do that, and now eBay they think it looks suspicious. There's a really good chance they're going to shut down your account. So I would not do it. Also, it's kind of a waste because as a new seller, you want to learn the best way to do product research, and you want to learn how to find the right products to sell and how to optimize those items. So that involves a more hands-on process, but it's definitely worth the time if you do that. All right. There's a lot. I know I'm way behind in the chat here. That's usually what happens. All right, so Kokaz says, how to increase sales on eBay from Amazon. I have just 4 sales. I started 1 week ago. So you're off to a good start, man. Okay, so don't feel discouraged by this. You're on the right track. You're off to a good start. You made 4 sales your first week. That's not bad. Okay. Also, depending on how many listings you have, that's actually really good. If you only have a couple listings up and you sold each of them twice, you're doing something really right. Okay, you're on the right track. So don't feel discouraged. Really, what you need to do is just list more items. You're only 1 week in. Okay, you've proven at this point to yourself that this does work, right? You've made those 4 sales. So that proves that this does work. Now use that as motivation to keep going, to start listing more items. Look at the items that sold. See what is it about it that made those items sell. Find similar items and list up those same ones for sale as well, because they sold once, similar items, and then ones that are similar to those ones will probably sell too. So that would be what I would do moving forward. How do I know if my tax exempt status is working on Walmart? So tax exemption is something that I teach in all of my dropshipping courses, the eBay one, the Amazon one, the wholesale eBay one as well, because it's a really powerful tool for us that do retail dropshipping and wholesale dropshipping as well. So what it is when we buy items from our suppliers, we do not have to pay sales tax because we are not the end consumer. The end consumer is our customer on eBay or Amazon or Facebook. They are the end consumer. They are the one who's supposed to be paying sales tax. So we need to let our supplier know that, hey, I'm not the end consumer, okay? I'm going to collect sales tax from someone else, and they are the end consumer. So once you tell your supplier that, you're going to save like about 7%, 6%, sometimes more, sometimes less on your orders, because you're not going to be paying sales tax that you're not responsible for paying anyway. So getting tax exempt on a site like Walmart.com, if you plan to drop ship from them onto Facebook or Amazon or eBay, is a really good idea. Now, you know it's working. In the course, my course is I show you step by step how to set them up. But you know they're working when you go to checkout and they no longer charge you sales tax. So just go through the checkout process on Walmart, pick an address in some different states, and see if you're getting charged sales tax. If you're not, then it's working. It's that simple. You have to log into your Walmart account to get it to work, but yeah, that's it. Okay. What do you guys feel about listing in bulk quantity? I think you might mean Facebook Marketplace. And it sold within 15 minutes, and a few minutes ago, I just had someone else reach out to me. So congrats, that's awesome. Yeah, sales on Facebook Marketplace can come really fast. I was surprised when I started doing it. I just listed up some products. I spent the morning listing, and within an hour, I had my first sale. I was like, wow, that happened really fast. So they can come really fast. Now, as we're doing bulk listing on Facebook, it's not really possible if you use the strict sense of the word bulk uploading, because generally when you're doing bulk uploading on somewhere like eBay, what you're doing is you're using a software to quickly add just like dozens of items all at once without really reviewing them, without manually adding them. And those capabilities don't yet exist for most people on Facebook Marketplace. There are ways to do it, but for most people, it's not possible. It's not possible for me yet. I've been trying to find this route to go get it all automated, and I'm kind of stuck in that process now because Facebook's only allowing a few number of people to be beta users for this software that I don't have access to yet. So kind of waiting on that one. Yeah. There is, but you get it for free with the eBay one. Well, AutoDS, you can use it to drop ship on Shopify. Yes, they do have a Shopify app. Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for being here. All right. Hey, Maxine, thanks for coming back. And LD, thanks for being here. We appreciate you being here. We're glad you're here. Hey, man, thanks for being here. What's up, Texas? What's up, Sean on Long Island? What's the weather like there these days? Okay. What's up, Australia? What's up, Maxine? Hey, what's up, Wally in Montana? Thanks for coming back. What's up, Bobby? Jay, this is something I'm working on. I'm going to be talking about during the live training. So definitely come to that because I will address that there. What's up, Paul in the UK? Jo from Canada. Raphael, I'm not positive what your question is. You do research and you keep getting 100 search results. Why is that a bad thing? I'm not sure why that's a bad thing. Arthur just did $7,000 in sales this week on Facebook Marketplace. I just wish they would release the payments faster. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel that pain. But man, you're doing it, so congratulations on that. Proof right there that this absolutely does work. Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you mean. You mean for a specific product. Yeah, so that's like in an ideal world. There are plenty of products that will meet that criteria, but even if they don't, you can still do it. It's just not as ideal. You can. Yeah, I've experimented with this. I don't really like. I can't really recommend a specific service. I have experimented with buying one. It did work. So yeah, you could try that. All right. So this is what I've been spending a lot of time kind of working out. So this is something I'm definitely going to be talking a lot about. This is probably gonna be like the main topic I talk about during my free training. So do make sure you come to it if you kind of want a more in-depth. I'll show you like on the computer what I'm doing. But the first thing that I did that still works is I look at what's sold on eBay and Amazon, specifically more eBay, because I find that if those items are selling for me on eBay, there's a good chance they're going to sell well for me on Facebook Marketplace. I mean, the first item I sold, that's what it was. It was an item I had sold on eBay before. So if you're already selling on eBay, that's a really good place to start. Just list up the same winning products. All right. Yeah, you might not get a confirmation email. I wish there was a way I could fix this. I don't know why I can't. But basically, if you're already on my email list, you won't get a confirmation email. So maybe I think I can fix that. But you'll get an email tomorrow morning with the date and time of the email. Sorry, the date and time of the training. So I'm going to send out an email tomorrow morning just letting everyone know the date and time. So if you get that email, then you're on the list. And in that email, it'll say, hey, you're already on the list, so you don't have to do anything else. Yeah, there you go. Congratulations, German Storms. 1,300 euros in sales this week. What's up, Gene? Yeah, you got to do the product research. Look for products that are already selling well on eBay and reverse engineer it, find where they're getting it from, and drop ship those same products. Jay with the same question twice. Just messing with you, Jay. I'll answer it like I said. Shoot, lost my spot. Okay. Yeah, so this is a hard one. If you ask them this question, sometimes we do just take the hit. They rarely do actually want to wait. And increasingly, we've kind of been saying, hey, it's going to take a really long time to get the item, and then they're more likely to cancel. Mark. Hey, Paul, I bought your dropshipping course about 1 week ago. Already selling on Amazon with my LLC. I wonder if I should use my LLC to also open my eBay account. Thanks. So, I got to say this, Mark. I can't give specific legal advice because I don't know you, Mark. I don't know like your situation and how your LLC was set up and what state and all of that. But I can tell you generally that in most cases, the way most LLCs are set up is that they're set up for any legal purpose is usually how they're set up. And if it is, like I set up mine for any legal purpose. And because of that, I'm able to use it for my eBay account, my Amazon account, and any other online business I have. I don't think full automation for Facebook dropshipping. Well, yeah, like I said before, it is possible. It is available. It's just not available to everyone right now. And there are semi-automation ways that are available for Facebook Marketplace that I'm working on. I'm kind of like trying to put together a package of things that just work the best so I can kind of present those to you guys, trying out a few different things, but I think I've narrowed it down, but I want to be sure before I present it to you guys. But the full automation is just like not open to everyone yet. It's really frustrating. I want to get it. I want to try it out. I was excited for it. Just can't get it. So we'll wait on that. Yeah, I mean, I'll do this. I have plenty of YouTube videos on this, so check that out. And if you're talking about eBay, if you're talking about Facebook, this is what the training is going to be about. I'm going to cover that, how to find winning Facebook products in that training. All right. Thumbs up, says Sean. Yeah, appreciate it if you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you're enjoying this video, and if you're not enjoying it, then yeah, you can go ahead and smash the down button twice to really let me know that you're not enjoying it. My pleasure, Frank. Thanks for being here. This is why it's so important. Oh, wait, this question. Eric wants to know how to find the supplier I use for a product that is asking for a return. So this is why it's so important to stay organized, Eric. In all my courses, I emphasize this because things can get out of control really fast, especially when you don't have a good system in place. So in this kind of scenario, you fulfill an order, let's say it's from Walmart, and then the customer gets it and they decide they don't want it for whatever reason. So the return starts and you don't even remember what your supplier was. Okay, so that's why you have to stay organized. So a good thing for this are Google Sheets, Google Spreadsheets. You can put in for all your sales what the item was, the order number, and then the supplier order number and all that information so you can quickly look it up later if there's a return. Luckily, if you're using something like eBay or Amazon, you can do that all in software. But with Facebook right now, the best way is with spreadsheets. But for eBay, you could just use like AutoDS to organize that. Or a spreadsheet if you want. I don't know why I like spreadsheets so much. Because it's always the same, right? Every business, you can always have spreadsheets and they all look the same. It's just a bunch of rows and columns of boxes. So it always works the same. Let me check this out. What are your views on dropshipping on a Shopify niche website? I mean, I don't do it myself. I've tried Shopify in the past, never had a tremendous amount of success with it, but I have friends that do it and they're absolutely crushing it. So yeah, it works, but so do a lot of other things. You got to pick what you want to do and go for it, right? You got to put in 100% and then, really concentrate on that to see success with anything. Yeah, this is stuff I'm going to talk about during the training. Talk about it during the training because I want to actually show you guys like how I do this stuff. So okay. Yeah, so it usually looks about the same. The shipping option is not available in every country. I believe it is available in the UK, but don't quote me on that. I really only know what I can do, and what I can do is the United States. So that's really what my expertise is on. How do I calculate taxes? Sales tax is pretty much taken care of on both platforms. So both eBay and Facebook and Amazon, they collect sales tax and remit it for you for most states. There's just very small number of states you have to worry about for sales tax. Awesome. Thanks for that. All right. Very true. Sean with the words of wisdom. I am only about halfway through the chat right now. And so there's no way I'm going to get to all of them today, which is great. Which is great. But now I have to skip ahead because I just got a super chat. So let's check that out. And then I'll try to go back to where I left off. A coin. So this is pretty funny. So I can't see the stickers on this software that I use. So I really appreciate the super chat, but I cannot physically see the stickers on this. So it's always really funny because it gives a description of them. But I do appreciate that. It's really nice of you. I don't think you even asked a question, but if you have one, feel free to drop it and then I will answer it for you. But let me try to go find where I left off now. Oh, I think I found it. All right. What credit card company do I recommend? So with all these, it's just the one that you can get the highest limit for. Because with any credit card you get with dropshipping, or in my opinion, any credit card you get, you should pay off in full every single month. You should never carry a balance because that's when you get in trouble, right? As long as you pay it off in full every month, you should be fine. So which one do I recommend? The best thing is just one with higher limits. But what's also really great is if you can get some sort of cash back or points. That's what I'm looking for. So the one that I absolutely love is the Capital One Spark business cards because those ones give you a flat 2% back. Now some of these cards, they have like rotating categories where you might get like 5% back in a certain category for 3 months and then 5% in a different category for 3 months. Those are great, but not really for dropshipping because usually there's a limit on the amount of cash back or points you can get, and it's only for 3 months. I want to just have consistency. I don't want to have to worry about it. So 2% flat, 2% is great, and it's just all my orders get 2% back on. Now, the exception to that is if you have a store credit card for like Walmart or Amazon. Those ones will give you 5% back. So they're excellent. So if you're going to be doing a lot of drop shipping, from those websites, those are the ones I would recommend. The only issue with them is that they tend to not give as high of a limit. So I got them. I had not great limits with them and just kept using them. And then I use a Spark card, the 2% card, to kind of supplement it. And then I would pay off the cards. And then once they're paid off, I would use them. And then, and then I would use the Spark card and then pay off the other ones and then use those ones and use Spark card. You get the idea. And then eventually those limits did go up. Still not great, but hey, I use them as much as I can and get as much cash back from them as I can. David, when should you get tax exempt? As soon as possible, but don't let that stop you. Go dropship, learn how to dropship, do some dropshipping, and at the same time, work on getting tax exempt. All right, we just got a super chat from Noah. +1 for the Capital Spark card. Absolutely. Hope you paid for that with your Spark card, so you got 2% back on that. If you guys have not checked out Noah's channel, definitely do it. He also makes a lot. If you're watching this video, that means you're super interested in making money online, drop shipping, and definitely check out his channel because he's talking about the same stuff. And he has some really unique stuff that he talks about, like Etsy. Not a lot of people are talking about that. Just a really great channel. No, he didn't pay me to say that, or maybe he did. No, seriously though, he's a great channel. All right. Where did I leave off? All right. Totally lost my spot here. So I just bought the course today. When shipping from Amazon or other retail suppliers, if I offer free shipping, does eBay charge for a shipping label? No, they don't. So we're not using their shipping labels, not using them at all. So you're not going to get charged for the shipping label. All these platforms, eBay, Amazon, Facebook, they all make extra money by offering you shipping labels. Now, if you're shipping items from your home, a lot of people use those because they're usually cheaper than going into FedEx or UPS and buying from them. But these marketplaces also make money from them as well. But because we're doing drop shipping, we don't have to worry about shipping labels. The shipping labels are handled by the supplier, like Amazon, and Amazon is the one who's shipping the item. All right, we got another super chat. So let me jump in and see who that one's from. From Mick Figgy, what's up? Thanks for the $1 super chat. Appreciate that. Has anyone asked or dealt with Facebook Marketplace banning and how to negotiate and navigate that issue? I haven't seen too many people talk about this. You're maybe the second one I've seen. But what I can tell you is that just in reading through all their terms of service and all that fine print that most people don't want to read, but I somehow enjoy reading that stuff. And because I've also read through all the forums, everything out there, I can say that there's really only one time I can see for sure when you would get kicked off of Facebook Marketplace. What will happen is if you cancel too many orders, if it's more than 10% of your orders, first thing that's going to happen is that Facebook will take away the shipping option. And if it keeps happening, they can actually kick you off. I think there's definitely other cases when they would kick you off, but that's the one that I know for sure. Okay. So hope I can clarify this. There's a seemingly slight contradiction in the course. Should the buyer or seller pay for return shipping on eBay? So neither. That's the answer. So maybe that's why it's confusing. If it is, I'm sorry. I can hopefully fix that in the course. But really the answer is neither. So when a return wants to happen, you contact the supplier and the supplier will give you a free return label. You then use that label, give it to the buyer, and then the buyer will ship the item directly back to the supplier. So you're not paying for it, the buyer's not paying for it either. Now, in the case when you're setting up your eBay account, eBay will ask you, hey, for returns, should the buyer pay or should the seller pay? Now, this kind of requires a breakdown and understanding of the different types of returns. So if a buyer wants to return an item because you sent the wrong item, or it was an item not as described, or the item arrived damaged, or the item arrived late, or they just claimed any of those, because let's face it, some buyers do that, then always under those circumstances, you as a seller have to arrange for the item to be shipped back at no cost to the buyer. But because we're drop shipping, that doesn't mean it's going to cost you, because again, you get the label from your supplier and the supplier pays for the item to be shipped back. Always. But if the buyer gets the item and then just decides they don't want it, that's called buyer's remorse. And in the situation of buyer's remorse, eBay lets you decide, hey, if the buyer just doesn't want it, they have to pay to ship it back. Or if the buyer doesn't want it, I, as the seller, will pay to have or arrange for the item to be shipped back. Phone call. So in that situation, it still doesn't matter which one you put, because you're still going to get a free return label from your supplier and give it to the customer, and the customer will then ship it directly back to the supplier. So in the course, when you're setting up your eBay account, when eBay asks you, hey, do you want it to be buyer pays for return shipping or seller pays for return shipping? That's why I say in the course, it really doesn't matter. But I usually put that the buyer pays for the return shipping just to kind of discourage people from shipping it back. But on the other hand, if buyers want to return it, they're just going to lie and say that there's something wrong with it, even though there's not. So in that situation, if that's what you're afraid of, just put seller pays for return shipping. If you put seller pays for return shipping, then you will get more sales. According to eBay, that's better for the eBay algorithm, and eBay will put your listings higher up in the search results. So that's something to consider as well. But even if you put that the seller's going to pay for return shipping, you're still not going to pay for return shipping. You're still just going to get a label from your supplier, and the supplier will pay for the return shipping. So I don't know. I don't really look at stats like that. What you do have to realize is that if you're getting a lot of views and no one's buying, then you have the right title and you have the right photos. That means people are looking at your items, but when they go in there, there's something they don't like that's causing them not to buy. And that's either the price or something in the description. So those are things I would look at to try to fix up so that when people actually click through, they actually feel the urge to actually buy it. So Atlas1122 says, been dropshipping on eBay for about 2 weeks now. Been doing pretty well. But what happens if the item comes from Walmart or Target? Will they get an invoice or a receipt? So a lot of these places, they won't put the price in the box. So Walmart won't do that. Amazon, during checkout, you can do a gift receipt. Target, I don't remember because I don't use Target. Also, you can use Target, but eventually they'll probably kick you off because they don't like resellers. So just keep that in mind. I always check out cashbackmonitor.com and it'll tell me the ones that are paying out the most. Correct. Yeah, so do it from a personal Facebook account. That's all I'm doing. In Spain, you can't do marketplace dropshipping. It's way too new. It's meant to be more like Craigslist, not like a place to sell new items. So that's how it actually started on Facebook Marketplace here in the United States as well. Really very similar to Craigslist, just old items. And if you go on Facebook Marketplace right now, that's still what you see mostly. You mostly see used items, but people are buying new stuff. And yeah, I think people expect to kind of get a deal on Facebook Marketplace. So when they go on there and see new items, they think they're getting kind of a good deal there. Almost. Yeah, the people on Facebook, they're just nicer. It's a lot different than eBay and Amazon. They're just more understanding. If you have issues with the order, they're just very much more understanding. So in terms of dealing with customers, I prefer Facebook over anything else. Not worth it. No real benefit to that. I tried it like years ago. Unless anything's changed, but I doubt it. Yeah, man, you gotta get down. I gotta get my camper van. Still waiting for it. All right, let's go to the latest super chat. So thank you for the super chat. Need help with why eBay stops any payment after about 20 orders. Gift card have limits. So it sounds, again, like you're ordering products from eBay and you're ordering them from eBay to fulfill orders on maybe Facebook. So again, this is not something that I do, and generally there can be some problems with it. We see this with a lot of websites though, because we've seen this a lot with Home Depot. If you start placing a lot of orders, shipping to different addresses and using gift cards, these websites get nervous, okay? They want, let me say this. They want you to spend money on their website, obviously. But what they don't want is to run into an issue where someone places a bunch of orders and they're all fraud, because that's bad for their company. You know, it's like investigations into these things. And, you know, a lot of times there's just chargebacks, so they don't even get paid anyway. So in general, you know, when they see things like that, they start to get nervous. So that's probably what's happening. Usually there are some ways around these things by using multiple different eBay accounts, using different gift cards, things like that. The best thing is just to not do as many orders, do higher priced items so you're not doing so many orders. But for that specific one, like I said, I haven't dealt with that, but those are kind of things we've tried on other platforms. All right, there's no way I'm going to find where I left off. Someone in here is spamming. It works for Shopify. All right, so we're going to skip those. Where did I leave off? Okay. So for eBay, I always use AutoDS. So so that's what I'll do for eBay. Is that what you mean, or do you mean for something else? All right. I saw another super chat, so I got to check out that one. Oh, thank you. Didn't even leave a comment, but thank you. All right, let me scroll up now. I don't know anyone who does cashback for Costco, but I do use AutoDS for most of my eBay listings. SKUGrid, I only use for some suppliers that AutoDS doesn't work with yet. And I use them you can use them for Amazon, and you can even use them sort of for Facebook. Sort of, not really. Yeah, so like I said, I'm sort of using it for, I really shouldn't have said that because I'm still trying to work out like my software package, so to speak, like what it is that I use, trying different things. I think I've gotten it down, and this is something I'll definitely be announcing during the free live training. So make sure to come to it, and I will definitely answer that question there. If not before, but definitely there. Yeah, I think it's a different kind of culture on that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm always up for a good challenge as well. But that's another reason why I like to start new things and try new things, like Facebook, something new for me just a couple months ago or less than that. But one thing I've discovered is that it really is just like the level of like problems is just so much lower on Facebook, and I think it comes down again to the customer service and just down to the simplicity of the platform. eBay has been around for a long time in internet years, and they've built eBay, and then they built on top of it, and they built on top of it, and they built on top of it. So there's a lot there, right? And there's a lot of different settings, a lot set up. That's why I've made my course to like walk you through exactly what to do. And on Facebook, one of the nice things, but also one of the challenges, is how simple it is. It's a brand new system. It's very simple. There's not a lot there. It's kind of more bare bones, which makes it a little bit challenging to get done what you want to get done, but also makes it kind of easy and also kind of simple and nice to sell on. And again, I'll say it again, the customers are just great on there. Yeah, so many super chats today. So thank you, Jay. $7 because he's competitive. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it, man. Can one person have multiple Facebook accounts? No, technically no. So Facebook, somewhere it says you can only have one Facebook account per person, and multiple ones you can result in your accounts being shut down. So don't do that. Use your existing Facebook account, because if you use your existing one, there's a much greater chance that it will have the shipping option available. If you start a new one, new accounts do not have the shipping option available. No, Amazon AutoDS does not work for dropshipping on Amazon. Let me scroll back up. Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that. That stinks. I'm sorry you got so sick. Hope you're feeling better. That's what it is. Well, Jay, if you have to start paying for your rent and groceries, then stop sending me super chats, man. But yeah, Facebook Marketplace, maybe you can make some money and so that you can actually pay her. So just chill out, in your words. All right. I used a Chase card. I also have a Chase card for my personal stuff. It's one of the Sapphire. I always forget which one. All right. So I'm all over the place on the chat. So I know I missed a bunch of them. I apologize. Yeah, 5% for that Amazon card. It's expensive. Use Inventory Source for wholesale suppliers or things like that. It is pretty expensive because it's $100 per supplier. So if you have 3 suppliers, that's $300 a month just to use inventories. Well, they do give you a discount if you do more than one, but it's at least $200 a month just for those 3 suppliers. So it's kind of crazy. I am lost here on the chat, so I apologize, guys. If you have a question I didn't answer, just ask it again. Just ask it again, please. So I answered that question. Yeah, so we use AutoDS, but we use the non-API version. I'll answer these questions during the live webinar. Try to at least. Yeah, so if your Facebook account doesn't have the shipping option, you're probably only going to get it if you're in a country that's approved for it, like the United States, and it'll come after time. So in the meantime, you should just start selling on Facebook Marketplace. Sell some items you have around the house, and do that. And the more you start to use it, the more ratings you get, the longer you've been on Facebook, it should get enabled for you eventually. No, you can't do that. No, I don't do anything like this for any of my businesses. This is like I believe what you're asking for is like some sort of customer like messaging system, but we don't have any of that for any of our businesses. I have no idea what happens if you sell items from Dubai. I'm sorry, man. I don't know. I don't see what the problem would be, but just wait a couple of days and just, poke around the website and play around the website for a couple of days. You'll be fine. This is something that I think we worked out. I just don't want to give bad advice on this. It's something I'm pretty sure we worked out, but I really want to make sure it's working fine, but I'll be talking about that later. But yeah. Okay. I'll probably talk about it in video before that, but 5 minutes ago, guys. So make sure you get in your last minute questions or the questions I missed. Again, apologies for that. It's because of all the awesome super chats. And if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to smash the like button down below. If you're not enjoying it, make sure to hit the thumbs down button twice for emphasis. All right, so you have to go into your settings for AutoDS and make sure your PayPal email is correct in there. If that doesn't fix it, then just contact their support. Yeah, I answered this before, so just scroll up. Or rewind. Rewind. Scrub back, whatever you want to call it. All right. There's no way to speed them up. The only way to speed up is to upload real tracking numbers that show the item gets delivered. That's all you can do, short of accepting payments off of Facebook. Yeah, we do product research for our items, absolutely. No. I would never, if you're dropshipping from a wholesaler, never use a supplier that makes you pay to work with them. Never do that. Correct, yeah. It's worthless. So eBay does have a system where they allow you to add an authorized user or a sub user. I forget what they call it these days. It's a completely worthless program. Okay, it's so bare bones. It just doesn't work. I would recommend you don't do it. It can mess up very easily. Don't use it. It's such a disappointment because we've been asking eBay for it for years, and they finally gave it to us. And then it stinks. It's just not good. So why'd they even bother? Okay, someone out there, one of you keeps changing their thumbs down, removing it, and then adding it, and removing it and adding it. And it's just really annoying because then the number of thumbs down goes from 3 to 4 to 3 to 4 to 3 to 4. So whoever you are, stop it. It's annoying. I don't care. All right, got another super chat here. Dead Life Paranormal says $5. So thanks, man. I bet you've got 200 in sales during this video. Thank you for all your help. I need to be tax exempt. Yeah, definitely get that tax exempt. I might have made $200 in super chats this today. But thanks, man. I appreciate it. So anyone who has access to the eBay course gets the wholesale course. Oh, okay, Jay, thanks. Sweet, man. Congratulations on that, Tim. That's awesome. Nice, Tim, says Sean. Now, DSM tool, last time I checked, is API. Yep, they do have a tax exempt program that you have to go through to get set up. All right, guys, so that is it. That's the full hour. Time flies by with you guys. Have so much fun doing this, answering your questions. As I mentioned before, the free live training, make sure to sign up in the link in the description, enter your email, and I'll send you a link to the live training about the day before. So make sure that you guys are there. I'd love to see you there. I'll have kind of over my shoulder showing you guys a bunch of things with Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, like how it's run, answering a lot of these questions that you guys asked today about Facebook Marketplace. I'll be answering them there as well. So do make sure you come if you want those questions answered. Thanks so much, guys, for hanging out with me. Thanks so much for giving the video a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys next week for the next live Q&A, which we do every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you don't want to miss it, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.